Hi guys and welcome. These are your handover videos for your Bailey Pegasus Messina with auto leveling legs. So starting off at the front, got your black hitch head with black lever. Pull up the black lever and wind the jockey wheel down onto the towable, and that will then snap down the black handle, pushing up this red button, exposing the green ring. You've got your breakaway cable just here. If you've got an eye point for the breakaway cable, legally it has to be used. If not, put it around the towable. Got handbrake just here, which is on a gas strut as well. Now people do tend to find that a lot of the time it might roll back just a touch on the gas ones. It doesn't. Just make sure you pull it back all the way. And then you do have 13-pin electrics, so if your car has 7-pin adaptation, make sure to bring yourself an adapter. And then your jockey wheel on the side. And just here you have your inserts for your mains. Mains just plugs in nice, just like so. Now the legs are auto leveling. I will show you that at the end of the video. Coming round to the other side, starting off first, we have your water pump. So we've got an aquaroll here full of nice clean drinking water. Water pump just here. Water pump connects in just like so. Then you can lock it into place using that cap. Got this white bit here to go over the top of the aquaroll to make sure no nastiness gets in. Then at the bottom you have your strainer. Your strainer is used to get the water through. Main thing to note, make sure that the strainer sits at the bottom of the barrel, as otherwise it will just gas air through and you'll get coughs and splutters come through in your streams. You then have your flue. Your flue is used to get clean air in and out of your boiler. Don't have to do anything with this except make sure it's nice, clean and tidy. Then just here, got your gas locker. So red propane gas bottle just here. And then in-date gas hose connects onto this regulator just here. Hand tighten that as much as you can and then just nip it up using a spanner. You don't want it ridiculously tight. Once both of that is done, wind the top part here in the positive or open direction. Then lastly, you've got your toilet function. So first, underneath here you have your inserts for your wastewater pipes. They need to be 28.5mm wide, and then feed that into a waste master that you can then empty out on site. This top part here is your flush tank. Your flush tank can hold around 12 litres of water. However, I'd recommend putting in no more than 10, as you don't want to overfill it. You can also add a little bit of pink chemical, which works as a bleach without being corrosive and ultimately makes it smell a bit nicer. Just feed it in using something like a watering can. Then below you've got your cassette toilet. To remove the cassette toilet, press up on the handle, pull out just like so. Now you can also extend this out and pull it up, turn it into a little bit of a almost carry-on suitcase. Twist that to the side, open up the cap. You want to tilt, and at the same time as tilting, continually press in your button to vent. Once you've done that, this is merely a recommendation. You can open up those two parts just like that, feed in some fresh water, give it a little bit of a shake, and again tilt and vent. Once you've done both of that, on your cap you have measurements in both imperial and metric. That's for your blue chemical. Blue chemical goes into the box just like so. Twist the head back to the side, pick it up, push it in just like so, so that the orange handle sits behind your white teeth. Now you don't want to travel with either of these two full, so just to the side here, got this little bung, open it up and drain off any remaining water in the system. The caravan itself will be fully drained off before you leave with it. Then underneath your right hand side seat you have your boiler just here. Main thing to note, you've got your drain valve just there. Horizontal position allows for water to flow through, and then vertical position to drain off the water itself. Then underneath your table you have all your trips and fuses, all your fuses in the correct position and all your trips in the upright position. Then just here we have your main control panel. This is for everything by your heating and hot water. You have your main on and off switch just here, which is probably going to start up the radio again in a second. Then you have your battery test at the top. You can see right now 13.5 volts coming into the Caravan. Now when you are using 13.5 volts coming into the Caravan, then have lights inside the Caravan just here, then awning light on the outside, a little bit tricky to see right now as it is rather bright. Then you have your water pump button, so pressing that you can see green light comes on and you can hear it begin to feed into your boiler. Now if you haven't used the Caravan a little bit of time, I recommend waiting about 2 to 3 minutes just to allow it to come through. But I just quickly pressed it. You can see nice steady stream on both cold and hot. As I said, let it run for about 30 seconds on either side and just get that nice steady continuous stream, just like that. But yeah, quick summary. Battery test, on and off, inside light, outside light, water pump. Then just here we have your trimmer control panel. So turn this on just here. Comes up, this is a dial, but it's also a button. And then you have your back button just here. So come around here. First up, Caravan with the thermometer. That is for your internal temperature. Whatever you set it to, it will get to. And to select, you just press in on the dial. Next up, you've got water heat. Then you've got your water heat. Press that in, off. Eco, which gets the water to 40 degrees. Hot, which will get it to 60. Or boost, which will prioritize the water heat over the temperature inside the Caravan for about 15 minutes. And then drop it back down to eco. Then you've got your energy source, so you can either run strictly gas, mixture of gas and 1 kilowatt, mixture of gas and 2 kilowatt, or electric with 1 and 2 kilowatts. Then you've got fan. Now, as I don't have the heating on right now, I can have that off or vent. And what vent does, it circulates the air across the Caravan, so you'd have all your windows open and it will push around the actual inside air essentially. Or if I were to have it set to a temperature, quickly go back, say 8, I can either have the fan speed at eco or high. Eco is a nice steady stream, high is a large push essentially out the vents. And this one here, this allows you to set timers for when you'd like the heating and hot water to come on. You set first when you like it to start and when you'd like it to finish. Then you have time just here, so currently 19 minutes past 3. You just set it to whatever time it is. And then lastly, spanner is additional settings. Not going to go through additional settings. If you want to have a look through that, please have a look inside your book pack. And then to turn this off, press and hold on the middle, just like so, and turns itself off. Then we have your hob grill and oven, which all operates off gas, minus the electric plate. Electric plate, just set it to whatever gas mark, and it will get to that temperature. Everything else, press it on the dial, twist it to the side, that will feed gas through, and then press your igniter on this side. This is what it looks like when they're lit. As you can see, all nice and lit. Turn it off back to the central position. Again for the grill. So you can see a little bit hard to see on this one because of the light, but all nice and lit again. And lastly, the oven. Only other real thing to note, you have to travel with this glass sheet down, but don't put the glass sheet down until all of these burners are cold to the touch. Then for your toilet function, press this button here. You can hear that motor. That motor would push around any water that is inside the flush tank. Then to remove any waste, press away on the handle and pull it back to be able to actually shut the cassette. When the cassette is full, the red light will come up on that tank telling you to empty it. Then we have your Dometic fridge. So it's currently on right now. Press it in, hook itself up. Then you've got 3 choices. So you've either got temperature gauge, 1 to 5. Thicker the bar, the more power coming in, the quicker it's going to chill. Next, I've got my source. So I can either use mains, which I'm currently on, as you can see with the blue part. Battery. Now that battery is for when you're plugged in with 13-pin electrics, not the leisure battery. Gas. Now for gas, you'll hear it gradually tick in, and once it's stopped ticking, that means it's lit. Or auto. Press auto and will automatically choose what source it thinks is best. So you can see right now, auto chooses mains. Press in again, and lastly you've got some additional settings. So that is screen brightness just here, a beeping noise whenever you press anything, fast ventilation, and fast freeze. Fast freeze priorities the freezer over the actual fridge itself. Then to turn it on and off, press and hold on this middle dial, turns itself off. Then for your EMP auto leveling legs, you have to have this red key pushed in and twisted to the side, which is the same for the mover. At the back you have the power on and off button, and you come to this screen. First got the choice of manual, to manually select which one you like to come up or down. Or then you've got automatic. So automatic up, automatic down. So press this in, and you can see gradually those yellow spots represent what is going up. So right now, front 2, check that door. You can see that is beginning to raise. It's not an instantaneous thing. You do also have a automatic stop button. Now when you are actually putting the legs down, you have to make sure that the nose is pointing downwards as well. Fantastic. You have to make sure the nose is pointed down as well. But you can see gradually begins to take itself up. We've got the 2 front legs, 2 back legs, and 2 stabilisers for in the middle. So it's just a case of waiting. And now it's stopped. Then auto down. Press the button in, and you can see you come to a little bit of the dial. And again, it's a case just showing you where it is. That centre blue dot is your almost like central part to show you where it actually is, and it needs to reach that middle part to be on target and be level. So the front 2 legs coming down right now to try and level it out. A little bit more to try and get it on centre. And all done. Then just turn off the control panel, take out your red key, and off you go.